Alright, so draft is up. 7 is going to ban first. This being Tomb of the Spider Queen, I expect we'll probably see some roaming gank comps, possibly. Diablo is really good. Tyrande and Kael'thas both go down. Tyrande, even with her ban recently, is still really, really good. So no surprise there, especially the stun, the vision, the heals. She's just really good. Kael'thas, of course, is Kael'thas. He's got his chain bombs. He's got his arcane barrier. It's just 7 goes ahead and grabs Zagara first. This is a really good pick, especially on this map. If you can get the creep laid down, you can have so much vision, especially for the boss pit, for the bottom merc camp, just in between, especially on the turn-in points. It's just huge to have that vision and be able to stop people from getting those turn-ins. So it's a really good grab. NinjaHood goes ahead and grabs Falstad and Jaina, two very solid assassins. Falstad, especially with the map being as small as it is, his fly can actually get him just about anywhere from any point, so that's a huge deal. Jaina, of course, got some great burst damage, some great AoE for clearing those minion waves. Looks like we're going to have a Thrall on the side of 7. Thrall has come back into the meta in a pretty big way here recently, especially after the stat change. He really came out ahead. Excellent laner, great AoE, lots of damage. You just have to be able to protect him. So I would not be surprised to see Uther support coming out of 7 for that Divine Shield. That's always a big deal. And there's that Diablo I was talking a little bit about earlier. I would not be surprised, maybe even a Thrall Diablo roaming gank. Thrall's got his wolf, which can root enemies in place, and of course Diablo can flip and smash. It's super hard to get away from that. Going into our second phase of bans, let's see what NinjaHood ends up getting rid of. Thinking hard about this. 7's already got their tank. I mean, the only thing they can really take out to make a big impact is probably a support now. What support do they not want 7 to have? So it'll be interesting to see if they do end up taking out one of those. And it looks like they do take out a support. They take out that Malfurion. So that'll be one less healer for 7 to pick from. Malfurion definitely got a buff in the recent patch. His regrowth now is a little bit more front-loaded heal-wise, which is nice, but they did nerf his tranquility at the same time. So you have to be careful, especially when keeping your team up. You really can't pop tranquility when the team is low. It's like a mid-health type. Get them back up out of the danger zone, but it won't save anybody from burst. So let's see what 7 ends up banning. Might end up banning a tank, as NinjaHood does not have a warrior yet. I could definitely see a Muradin ban, as Muradin, even with his recent avatar nerf, lost his stuns. He's still pretty good, and it is a tank. They're going to go with Johanna as a ban. Great pick, Johanna now, probably one of the best tanks, especially after that Muradin nerf I just mentioned. See what NinjaHood picks up. They'll probably pick up their support, and possibly a warrior. Well, and they did. They picked up both ETC and Uther. And this is just an absolutely scary combo, because normally you have to be a little afraid for ETC when he goes in for his mosh pit, because it can be interrupted. But with Uther, ETC can go in, mosh pit, and Uther can throw his divine shield on ETC and make him basically impossible to interrupt for pretty much the entire duration of the mosh pit. So this is a really, really potent combo if NinjaHood is able to pull this off. Honestly, right now, other than Zagara's Maw, which can be a huge game changer in and of itself, 7 really doesn't have a whole lot of crowd control. They've got Diablo charge in, and they also had the flip, but nothing other than that Maw at a range. ETC has that power slide. Uther's got his Judgment, which has got a decent range on it, and Falstad can actually talent into a range stun on his Q, on his hammer. So it'll be interesting to see what else they pull. They did pull Sylvanas. Sylvanas is absolutely fantastic on Tomb of the Spider Queen. She's her own little mini curse. She can really push lanes, especially you can just throw her in one lane with one of the spiders and have 4 people elsewhere and really give the enemy a tough decision on what they're actually going to do. Do they counter the Sylvanas, who's keeping that spider up, or do they go with the 4 murder death ball? And then Lieutenant Morales as the heals, and then NinjaHood does grab that Sonya. So lots and lots of damage on the side of NinjaHood, and little more push power, I would say, on the side of 7. So this should be a really, really interesting match. I'm excited to get this going. So we will get this game started. Alright, teams are getting ready right now. Be a ton of fun. I'm really excited. First Chair League game. Really awesome thing Chair League is doing, providing the Heroes community recreational league they can do. Really excited to be a part of it and casting this, so a really good game. Alright. Here we go. Getting into 7 versus NinjaHood. Alright. This should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. These guys to get going. Really interested to see if the pushing power will win out against the sheer team fight potential of NinjaHood. It's pretty crazy with this. If they can pull off this Uther ETC combo correctly, they could really wreck some faces. But I think that 7 is really going to be going for some picks. I would be surprised if the Diablo and the Thrall weren't roaming around.
Prepare yourselves. The battle begins shortly.
Alright, so on the side of 7, make sure my teams are correct. We have Separate Deer on Diablo, Good game on Thrall, Locke on the medic,
10 seconds.
Kobe Malone on Zagar, and Killer Wolf on that Sylvanas. Over on the red side, we have Magix on Falstad, LK36 on Uther, that's Snag on ETC. Forgive me if I mispronounce any of these names. Playa on Jaina, and China on... why is the name escaping me? It's Sonya. Duh. Alright, red team is... it's like they're going for a party bush. All 5-man middle. Zagara did stay bottom. Looks like blue team will try and push these guys back. Red is going to go ahead and split up into the lane. It's really hard to that experience spoke when you're 5-man murder balling, especially if you aren't able to secure a kill. Blue is also going to split up, but man, red is already pressuring these top towers a lot. Nice wolf by Thrall, but a great power slide out of that. Misses the Jaina Blizzard and is able to be okay. Nothing going on in the middle right now. Looks like Uther will pop back down there to soak as the teams just continue to battle. Zagara is going to have a big advantage in this bottom lane. As you can see, Kobe's already got a bunch of this creep spread out, and just in a Sonya versus Zagara fight, Zagara will normally win. Oh, Shenanigans. Snag is in a really bad spot. He's able to pull out. Nice power slide there to get out. And we've just got the four-man hustle moving between middle and top lane. Kind of doing a really good job at keeping even with Zagara, using that spin to get health back. Snag does go in, gets nice stun on 2 of them. Good game, does get knocked back, he's getting really low, and he does go down. Really great job by red team to isolate him and knock him back. Playa, oh, I was a little scared Diablo was going to do an overpower, but must not have been up. Great job by red team taking first blood. Looks like a fairly uneventful lane. Zagar is managing to push, but honestly, Sonya's doing a really good job at holding this lane back and not letting Zagara waste that tower ammo. Red setting up. ETC coming in, nice power slide on the medic, knocks it back, and Locke will go down. Nice overpower by ETC, but Snag does manage to get out of there. Great job by his team keeping the pressure on while he got out, and a wonderful pick on that medic. Zagara doing a really good job with that creep spread. Definitely has that entire bottom turn in really visioned. Hopefully he'll get a chance to move in. Oh, Diablo's trying to turn in, but Snag does see it. There could be a fight here on this turn, and Diablo with 28 spider butts. That's a lot of spider butts, folks. Zagara did manage to get her 14 turned in. Another fight in the middle. Nice stun onto Diablo. We did get the actual snowstorm, which I actually really like this talent. This makes the radius of Blizzard a lot bigger, especially for this small map with these tight choke points. It can be really, really strong and hard to get out of, and not to mention it can just coat the entire minion wave. Red team is getting turned in right now. Looks like we'll have about 35. We're getting nice and close. Diablo with 32 now. Deer's going to have to be really careful. He cannot afford to die with all of those spider butts. Unfortunately, Sylvanas is just getting massively pressured by Playa and is just not able to push like she's just meant to. Really good job on Playa and just the whole team for really trying to negate that Sylvanas push. So we did have a gank on Zagara in the bottom, but Kobe is able to survive. Locke coming down just to top him off. Great survival attempt there. I love that mount. I don't have it yet, but I want it. I want it so bad. Jaina does manage to get turned in, and it looks like the first web weavers of the game will go to the NinjaHood. Blue team, red team is just about a half level ahead. They've been putting on a lot of pressure, actually. Doing a great job with their rotations, getting those ganks in, getting those picks off. And it looks like they're going to be pressuring top and middle lane. Kind of does come up from the top. Lots of damage going on to Deer. While poor Sylvanas is just getting pressured so hard up top. Both the towers go down, and unless she gets some backup, this could be a fort. Uther does come up. The middle web weaver is down. Zagara doing a really good job of keeping that bottom web weaver up, and now all the action is shifted to the top. They're going to try and get this fort down. There's that larger blizzard radius doing a really good job blocking that off, and they were able to get the first fort at 6 minutes. And this is really good, because when you get web weavers, you want to, at least especially the first ones, your goal is towers and gates. If you can get a few towers and gates, you're in really good shot. Oh man, Diablo just getting melted. Wonderful power slide by ETC into a blizzard and swirling Sonya death. Thankfully, he did get his spider butts turned in, so he did not lose 28 of them. Blue team only one turn in, one spider butt away, and they're needing it really bad right now. NinjaHood is almost 10, a full level up, and they're going to have a decent amount of time at level 10 with their ults. Looks like we have a pause. Oh, we have a DC. So we will wait, try to get that fixed up. 23 guys, 320. Ready. Hold on. Okay. We don't have a whole lot of ults picked yet. Looks like Jaina did go Water Elemental. Red is still turning in. Blue trying to turn in, but Locke just could not quite get it. We do have a mosh pit on 2 members. Huge damage going on to Morales. And that is a dead Thrall and a dead Medic. And that is the power of the level 10s. However, we did finally have a turn-in from Blue up on top, and that was something they desperately needed. Looks like we do have Divine Shield from Uther, Water Elemental from Jaina, Wrath of Berserker, Mosh Pit as we just saw, and Mighty Gust, as we don't really see Hinterland Blast that much anymore. But this was huge. Red team used that opportunity while those 2 people are down to grab that fort before the web weavers even spawn. So now it's up to blue team to try and push as much as they can, try to get that extra half a level of experience. They need their ultimates so bad right now. Looks like they will try and push with this web weaver middle, see if they can get some of these towers down, but Falstad and Jaina coming down to answer. Bottom and top web weavers have been cleared up already. Nice overpower to grab Jaina. Jaina getting very low, healed up by Uther. ETC getting very low, but looks like, oh, nice job on the medic keeping that Diablo up. But unfortunately, the web weavers just did not get anything done. Both the towers are still intact, one of the towers still bottom, and both the towers still top. This is super unfortunate, as the web weavers only really turned out to be a slight push and stall tactic for 7. Red NinjaHood doing a really good job with their rotations and getting those web weavers down very quickly. They have opened up almost a level and a half lead now. Blue team is going to have to be super careful. They did go ahead and pick up their bruisers, so they'll have another strong push presence in the middle. Mosh Pit is back up. Thrall, very nice slide by ETC. Just caught Thrall out in the middle, and they were able to decimate him. Didn't even need to use Mosh Pit. Almost all of Red's ults are back up. Let's take a look real fast. It looks like we do have Sundering from Thrall. Devouring Maw, of course, on that Zagara. Wailing Arrow on Sylvanas, Stim Drone, and Apocalypse on Diablo. And we have a second set of Web Weavers for NinjaHood. And not only that, they started the boss right beforehand. Blue was able to get their bruisers, but here in just a few seconds they're going to have Web Weavers pushing, they're going to have bruisers pushing, and either they haven't noticed or they just can't bother to take it because they've got so much else going on. So now we have a Web Weaver and a boss pushing top lane. This is going to be absolutely insane. Blue team quickly finishing the Web Weaver in middle lane. The bottom lane Web Weaver, you don't have to worry about it too much, but they're going to have to respond to this. This is a Web Weaver and a boss on a keep. Blue team, still 3 members down on the bottom trying to take this Web Weaver down, but red team is just pushing in, and they want some keep time. And down the keep goes, 10 minutes and 25 seconds in. This is just, they're going to go for core right now. This is a 3/4 health boss, a half health Web Weaver going right now. Blue team has to manage this. Beautiful mosh pit by ETC. There goes the Divine Shield down. They can't interrupt that 3-man mosh pit. Zagara goes down. The Maw goes in, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Boss still at half health. The Web Weaver finally goes down. But blue team is down 2 members. And the core is down. Insanely impressive game by NinjaHood. They just played that so clinically. Beautiful rotations, and just having a boss and Web Weavers together was just too much for 7 to deal with. Fantastic game. Great job, guys. I liked it. It was really good, especially NinjaHood. NinjaHood had some absolutely phenomenal plays. That whole game, just absolutely a pleasure to watch. Thanks to both the teams. Thanks to Cheer League again for putting this on. Recreational Heroes Leagues are super fun. I actually will be casting another match here at 9:30 Central, so in about 30 minutes or so. So until then, if you want to stick around and watch that, I will be posting on Twitter, and of course the Cheer League Twitter will announce when that goes live. But great job to the teams, and I will see you shortly.